Hello and happy Freedom Friday to all of my Sagittarius. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. Let's see what good news we can get out of here, Sagittarius. Let's do it. Let's see what your cards have to say. Let us see. We are still in this new moon phase. And so hopefully you're getting your rest. We haven't even gotten to the first quarter moon phase. So hopefully you're still getting your rest and thinking about what seeds you want to plant for this cycle. Very nice. First card out of the deck is somebody is definitely in hermit mode. Definitely in hermit mode, right? And here we have the hermit card, the Queen of Swords. We have the Star card. We also have the Devil card. And also the Eight of Wands. And also the Two of Cups. All right, let's do it. So, in your hermit mode, this is important because we're going to have a full moon in Gemini. Gemini in Virgo, this sign right here, this card right here, the hermit card, is actually ruled by Mercury, right? So Mercury is the planet of, it's the messenger planet. It's also the planet of communication, knowledge, learning, factual memory, opinion, let me see, travel, trade and commerce, sibling relationships, and all of that stuff, right? So source is saying to you, you know, you are a bright light in dark spaces, and Source is trying to get you to come up out of your flesh, like, because everybody has demons, and you inspire a lot of people. And so Source is saying, when we talk about the stars, think about the stars outside the night at night. There's more than one star shining bright. And so Source is trying to get somebody to come up out of their flesh and recognize that you are good enough, that you're worthy, Sagittarius, and that there's more than one star shining bright at night. And I do see soulmate energy coming across your path to remind you of that. It's like, you know, you absolutely can be in your lane and somebody else can be in their lane and shining equally as bright without it being irritating. Somebody else's light is not dimming your light, you know. So I do see here we have the Four of Wands, the Knight of Cups. Here we have the Death card, the Princess of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, and also the Goddess card. So here we have the Four of Wands. I do see somebody having a new and exuberant love in their life, but I also see you feeling like I'm releasing some things from my plate too. Like, you know, accusing someone else of, you know, whatever the accusation is. I see that ending. I see the temptation of something ending, like just being tempted to call somebody a devil or whatever the case may be. I see all of that ending, and I see you learning how to save yourself. This is Knight of Cups energy, right? And, you know, just connecting with a soulmate energy yourself. That's what I see you doing. Here we have the Goddess card. I do see you cutting some ties with fear and doubt. This would be like fear and doubt, like cutting ties with fear and doubt, learning how to shine bright, you know, without having to dim somebody else's light. Not to say that that's what you're doing. I'm just reading the cards here. But Source is saying, I see you feeling happy, charismatic, and free, because again, you feel like a huge weight has been lifted off of your shoulders, and also Princess of Pentacles. You know, Princess of Pentacles. So I do see somebody preparing, you know, to get back on your throne of wealth of knowledge, wealth of wisdom. As a matter of fact, you already have a lot of wealth of knowledge and wisdom, Sagittarius. So you're going to become wealthier in terms of knowledge and what you're able to share and inspire, you know, people with just what you're learning. You don't have to be burned out. But a lot of when I look at this, Source is trying to speed things up for you in terms of the love department for those of you all who want to be in a romantic relationship. And so the more and more you give air to something from the past that has caused you to be in a very hostile way, you're actually cutting into love coming across your path, because people start to wonder why you keep talking about such and such, you know, and keep talking about nightmares and this kind of thing. And it's time to get unclogged from all of that, like in therapy. Here's Virgo's card again, came out twice. Somebody definitely feels like there are people who harshly judge you. And Source is saying, That's something that you want to cut ties with. None of us have the power to. I mean, well, you know, if you give somebody that power, you know, if you want access to their universe, they absolutely should judge you because they worked hard to get to their throne, just like you worked hard to get to your throne. And there should be some rules and structure to that, right? But I feel like somebody may think somebody is harshly judging you, feeling like you're not good enough for something. That is, if you give somebody that level of power, it will put you in a very hostile situation. It'll take you back to when your own family treated you like you weren't good enough, or treated like compared you to other people. So Source is saying to you, stop cutting into your money. Stop cutting your money in half by overthinking something. Stop cutting your money in half by overthinking something. You just have an innate spiritual understanding of self, why you feel the way that you do, if that makes sense. You understand why you feel the way that you do. You understand where that comes from. It's easy to say, you know, analyze everybody else on the outside of you, but the whole purpose of dying to self, like recognizing your own demons. If you're a person who inspires a lot of people, the first person you need to inspire is yourself. Let me shine that light inward and see if there's what kind of demons I have, and learn how to put those demons under submission. And it looks like somebody's demons are feeling inadequate or maybe not enough. And so now that you have an innate spiritual understanding of things, you can go outside of yourself and start inspiring more people in a very realistic, down-to-earth kind of way. So, Source is saying soak in the bath. That's where you're going to be calming some of that fire down, your fire sign. And a lot of people like to put candles and crystals and gemstones, and like it looks like this person has flowers, maybe like rose petals and stuff like that. But you see big pink candles right here. Pink symbolizes self-love, attracting the love that you need, that you want from other people, not just erotic love, but also agape love. And so I feel like with this, it could be energy that you may have picked up on from somebody, but it may not have been somebody was actually judging you. What you may have picked up on is somebody have been judged themselves, right? So when you look at yourself and see what your own demons are, you'd be surprised at how so many people have the same demons, but they misreading it on each other. Somebody may have felt like somebody treated them as if they weren't adequate. They were inadequate. They weren't good enough. And so that may have been what you may have picked up on too. So yeah. Let's see what else we have going on here. Be bold and make the first move, right? Be bold and make the first move. And just that boldness in making the first move could just really be like, I don't know. I feel like somebody maybe be, sending out a message to the universe, of some things. I don't know what message you'd be sending out to the universe, but whatever the message is you are sending out to the universe of just healing. You'd be surprised at what messages people can get from you, even if you don't have an opportunity to talk to them, Sagittarius, and just send out the messages of, yep, I did the inner work. Here we have divine flow. Eventually, one sublime desire takes precedence over all others, to follow the divine flow at all cost. So, yes, Source is definitely trying to put you in receiving mode of some good messages that's coming from the universe, that you're good enough, that you're worthy, that you're whatever it is enough, that maybe started in your family made you feel like you weren't enough. Because it certainly can spill over into your life outside of your family, where if a person doesn't respond to you the way you thought they should, that they're harshly judging you. And so here we have creation. Yeah, something could have started in somebody's mom's womb. Maybe somebody's mom's mom didn't feel like she was good enough. And remember, children know their parents from the inside out, right? So they know you. They've absorbed all of the nutrients, so they know you at that level, right? So Source is saying, and see, this is a little girl on the inside, mother to passing it on to Mother Earth to daughter. So through the darkness I crossed, and I still found myself in the presence of life. So, something about your mom's energy, somebody on the inside knowing your mom inside and out, and you may have picked up on that energy that maybe your mom didn't feel adequate, and so that was passed down to you. So if that was something unresolved or unhealed or unprocessed emotion, then every little look, every little comment, every little whatever could make a person feel like, okay, they're not good enough. And as a fire sign, divine masculine, that being sent out could have definitely come out as a blowtorch or sarcasm or, you know, fire energy or something like that. So I do see somebody learning how to put their ego to rest, like just saying, hey, you know what? Let me focus on self. Let me focus on self for a minute. So I love this. This is great. Like I said before, source is telling you you have a lot of creativity that can make you a lot of money and change lives. You know, that creativity can definitely change lives, Sagittarius. So I'm loving this. Here we have 25. I am intelligent. You have a great ability to take in and process information on both conscious and subconscious levels. Your curiosity is endless, and your desire to dive deep into a variety of subjects will bring you an immense awareness of the world. 25. 2 and 5, 7. So source is the one that's making it all make sense for you. Definitely somebody has cut into their time and also cut into their ideas. Like spent a lot of time on having the wrong idea about people outside of yourself instead of looking at inside and where all of that came from, how that was passed down from somebody's mom at creation when that seed was planted. So that may be something like where you talk, if your mom is still alive, or if your mom is not alive and there's other people around, and just kind of like ask how people treated your mom, you know, to find out if that was passed down to you, because that's that's important. So let's see what else we have going on, and we're going to go ahead and close this out, Sagittarius. But I do see definitely death to ego. You'd be surprised at how many people treat people's moms just like, especially depending on like the date and stuff like that. Like if it was, I don't know, we are so judgmental of each other. Harshly judgmental of each other on this planet. You know, somebody could have definitely passed something down to somebody's mom that made them feel like they weren't worthy. And the reason I say that because I'm seeing this card right here, Virgo, you know, came out twice. And Virgo is very meticulous. It's a perfectionist sign. So somebody may feel like I need to perfect myself and my outer and my inner appearance, and there is no such thing as a perfect human being. So you certainly can assume that a person is trying to be perfect when really they're just trying to try to heal and try to get themselves together, right? There is no such thing as a perfect human being, Sagittarius. So I do see some kind of an awakening happening for somebody, you know, and just saying, hey, I need to go ahead and get rid of my ego as far as some things are concerned and focus on working on myself from the inside out. Here we have productivity. Affirmations for productivity. I focus on projects aligned with my long-term goals, period. I move away from disturbances. I walk toward focus. I summon my attention to all that is crucial to my success. I take breaks to avoid burnout. I'm grateful for my work. I release tension. I allow my mind to move into a state of flow. That is what I have for you. Here are the questions for the moon in Aquarius. Right now, when you watch this video, the moon will be in Capricorn. You already have those questions. Here are the questions for the moon in Aquarius. And the moon in Aquarius actually reminds us all that we all have a mission here on this planet, right? Every single person, every single living being on this planet has a purpose. Living or not, rocks or not, you know, everything, energy, everything on this planet has a purpose, right? And especially you and me in human form, divine beings of light who's having a human experience, we all have a purpose on the planet. And that's what the moon in Aquarius reminds us. So here are the questions for you. First question is, what can you do to use your passion for serving on a large scale? Second question is, are you creating space for yourself to connect with your inner alchemist and innovator? Third question is, are you ready to think outside the box and delete old beliefs and rules to write your own? Fourth question, is using technology a drain or a gain for you? The last but not least is, are you ready to start a group in your community to initiate and create positive change on a local or global scale? And then what could the focus be? There may be something you want to start thinking about, and those questions are for every zodiac sign. But yeah, I definitely see death to the ego and just also shining your star bright, and then just connecting with people who really pull out the best in you, right? While not assuming that people are looking for your imperfections and trying to nitpick. If you pick up on that energy from, you feel like somebody trying to nitpick and pick you apart, and there's no, everybody has a backstory. So that's what I have for you, Sagittarius. I will see you all on Sunday. So hopefully these questions help you. Yeah, so go get that divine flow and start that healing process, because you're definitely a star in your own right. So that's what I have for you, and I'll see you on Sunday. Bye.